I'm not saying don't come to Argentina, but if you're thinking about moving to Argentina or even planning a long stay, you'll want to hear this first. While Argentina has a lot to offer, like its lifestyle, people, and beautiful scenery, there are also some setbacks. In this video, we will look at 7 reasons why living in Argentina can be harder than you expect from things that are completely out of your control. These points are not meant to discourage you, but help you to prepare. If you're watching this months or even years from now, this might already feel like old news. For context, this video was made in 2025, and just like inflation and policies in Argentina, it can change fast. Hopefully, those changes are for the better. Although, let's be real, hope is a strong word. Argentina has had very high inflation for many years. For example, in 2023, prices went up by about 211% in 1 year. Even though the new government has tried to reduce it, the inflation is still expected to be very high. What does this mean for daily life? If you earn money in pesos, the value of your money can fall really quickly. Even if you earn in dollars or euros, it can still be very difficult because of the exchange rates that change a lot and prices go up often. In simple terms, the cost of things like coffee, eating out, shopping, or groceries can become more expensive every month. So as a foreigner, it is important to plan your budget carefully, avoid converting more money into pesos than you ever need, and check prices and exchange rates often. This does not mean life is entirely bad here, but you need to be smart about your money. I have read a lot of posts from the expat group, especially from newcomers, asking if there is a job opportunity for their desired role. And many commented the same thing, obviously. That is, finding work as a foreigner in Argentina is not easy. And you should not move here expecting to find a job and earn a comfortable salary. There is no guarantee. Even many locals have a hard time finding stable work and good pay. The current job market pays low wages. Many positions require you to speak Spanish and already have legal residency. Without these, it can take a long time to find something. Even when you do find a job, the salary might be much lower than what you are used to. For example, I know some people who came here and tried to work as an English teacher. One friend teaches at a bilingual institute and earns around $300 per month paid in pesos, which is not enough to cover normal living costs at the moment. So if you're planning to move to Argentina hoping to work, it is important to research typical salaries and think carefully about how you will support yourself. Unless no support is needed, it is always better to earn in dollars or euros, either remotely and or through passive income. Securing a rental for 1 to 3 years is not as simple as showing proof of income, paying a 1 to 3 month deposit. Most newcomers face the same issue, which is finding a reasonably priced long-term rental and dealing with the bureaucracy that comes with it. Many landlords in Argentina require a guarantor. In Spanish, they're called garantía. So they are needed for mid to long-term leases, and often they require 2 or 3 guarantors. This can be a friend, a family member, or someone who owns a property in the same city or province where the rental is located. When renting long-term, the landlords may ask for proof that the tenant and each guarantor earns 3 to 5 times the monthly rental. So the guarantor must provide proof of income, sign the contract, and is legally responsible if the tenant fails to pay, because the tenant's laws tend to favor renters. Landlords depend on this safety net. This makes renting more difficult than you might expect. Argentina is a large country with many amazing landscapes. Traveling to other countries outside of Latin America from Argentina can be expensive too, and traveling within the country, especially by plane, can also be costly. For example, trips to Ushuaia, the southernmost city in the world, have recently been very expensive in terms of flights, accommodations, food, and other tourist activities. Some domestic flights are considered very expensive, and a flight from Buenos Aires to Ushuaia can cost nearly as much as an international flight. Even many locals can't travel as much as they want to. The cost simply adds up too fast. If you plan to explore widely, it is important to budget carefully and plan your trips well in advance. In this country, many things are taxed, so everyday costs can be higher than in other countries. Many products brought into Argentina carry extremely high tariffs, taxes, and markups, making them more expensive than elsewhere. For instance, luxury cosmetics, electronics, or brand name items often cost more than in the US or Europe. Even though some import taxes are being reduced, high prices are still common. And because of these costs, promoting brands that are made in Argentina has become more common and affordable. However, while some locally produced items are great quality, others may not match the standards of the well-known international brands people are used to. So, the price difference sometimes comes at a cost of durability or performance. If you're looking to buy international goods or brands, gadgets, or global fashion, expect to budget your stretch. Some people fly abroad to shop, ask a friend to send care packages, or request items from someone flying into Argentina, but even those packages may still be taxed. Following up on the previous point, due to the import controls, tariffs, and supply chain issues, some items in Argentina can be hard to find, take longer to arrive, or cost much more, sometimes double, triple, or even quadruple their original price. Crazy, huh? This includes specialty products, electronic medicines, international brands, and niche foods. Local stores often focus on domestic brands or models adapted for Argentina. So if you expect the exact version of something from home, you may be disappointed. If you have must-have items, plan for longer delivery times, higher cost, or shipping it from abroad. I can't predict what will happen in the near future, but many people say that life in Argentina feels uncertain. And I can agree with that. Prices for rent, utilities, groceries, and other everyday items can rise very quickly because of high inflation, currency issues, and constantly changing rules. It can be hard to plan ahead. For example, mortgages are not very common, and many property owners prefer to be paid in the US dollars, especially for more expensive properties. So real estate here is usually bought in the US dollar cash. The same happens when buying cars. New and used vehicles are generally much more expensive than in many other countries. Car prices are usually quoted in US dollars, but sales are made in pesos. Some businesses also change their prices more than once a month or even once a week to keep up with inflation. That's why you rarely see items with a price tag in some shops. Even local salaries can struggle to keep up with the rising costs, so people often negotiate frequent raises just to maintain the same standard of living. While salaries are usually paid monthly, increases typically come only periodically through union agreements or company adjustments tied to inflation rather than automatically every month. All of this makes everyday life more unpredictable with these unnecessary struggles. What I admire most about Argentina is the resilience of its people. I know living with constant economical and social instability is exhausting, yet they continue to approach daily life with kindness, generosity, and a strong sense of community. If you're considering moving to Argentina, it's important to do so with awareness. Take the time to research, secure a reliable income, and be prepared to adjust your expectations, because once you accept how things work here and learn to just roll with it, living in Argentina becomes much more rewarding. Thank you for watching.